Chère Mademoiselle, it is with deepest pride and greatest pleasure that we welcome you here tonight. And now, we invite you to relax. Let us pull up a chair as the dining room proudly presents your dinner. Be our guest, put our service to the test. Tie a napkin round your neck, Chevy, and we'll provide the rest. Soup du jour, hot hors d'oeuvres, while we only live to serve. Try the great stuff.
It's delicious!
Don't believe me? Ask the dishes. They can sing, they can dance. After all, miss, this is France, and the dinner here is never second best. Go on and fool your man, you take a glance, and then you'll be our guest. Be our guest, be our guest. We'll prepare and serve this flaring culinary cabaret. You're alone and you're scared, but the big was not prepared. No one's gloomy or complaining while the flatware's entertaining. I'll do tricks with my fellow candlesticks. If you're stressed, this fine dining we suggest.
Technology surrounds us a lot, and we need to be really careful with how we use it.
We have grown up with technology right from the beginning.
I use it to read a lot.
I'm on Instagram a lot. There's always TV, there's computers, technology's everywhere. You almost can't avoid it. You use it every day.
We as youth have grown up with technology, and so we have a different view than adults do. If adults listen, I think that together we can really make a difference in how we use technology.
If I see that a friend's not doing well, then I'll DM them, and then they've got that direct message that we got, and we can start a conversation.
Email your grandma happy birthday, because your grandma deserves to be told she's important.
Be authentic on social media.
We need to make sure that we're using it in a way that will make people feel good about themselves and be inspired to change the world.
You really have to be aware of the world around you to recognize that there needs to be change.
Anyone can use technology deliberately and for good.
It's important to choose to use it for good.
Make sure that we are doing the right thing so the change that we make is good.
When you influence the people around you, then you have your own circle of influence, and if you influence them for good, then they can influence others for good, and we have that many circles of influence spreading and going out.
Because technology kind of gets this negative, bad rap sometimes. because of the people who use it for bad, but really I feel like there's more ways to use it for good than there are for bad, just because of the variety of things you can do with it.
We are the rising generation, and what we do now, whether we like it or not, is going to affect how we live and how our children live in the future.
If you want to learn more, come to the Utah Convention Center on November 2nd to learn more about how to use tech for good.
Oh, hello. How's everyone feeling tonight? Here's what you didn't know. Not only will it be an educational evening, but it's also gonna be fun. So, just a little introduction.
My name is Grace, and I am a millennial. I'm 17 years old, and yeah, I live right here in Utah, and I'm so excited to be here.
Hello, I'm Jenn. I look like I'm 17, but I'm actually 25. It's a good life. And I too, like Grace, am very excited to be here. So, with that being said, we also have a few other people that we would like to thank. First, we want to thank Becca. Where is Becca? For helping coordinate the event. I'm not exactly sure where she is. We're going to have you hold the applause. Okay, actually, we're going to have you applause. This is Becca right over here in the corner.
Can you stand up?
It's beautiful. Thank you, Becca. We also want to give another round of applause to Michelle. Without her, none of this could be possible. Thank you, Michelle. And also Mary Alice, the legend. I've not yet met you. Hello. I've just heard incredible things. Please give a round of applause to Mary Alice as well. Come all the way from Connecticut to be with us tonight. Thank you. Yes. Perfect. Wait, can you just do that again? I just want you guys to see what she just said. That was the best thing. I'm gonna copy that. All right, guys, we have this lovely script that we're reading off. In case you're wondering what this is how professional we are. Okay, I just need you to know that. So, I also want to give a huge thank you to our sponsors, which here they are. Many thanks to our sponsors: Victoria Wheatley Schmidt Charitable Fund, the Benjamin Foundation, Zions Bank, Imperial, Google Fiber, Brain Pop, and Social Assurity. Not security, assurity. Yes.
Okay, you guys, and this is the biggest thing. We want to thank you for being here. This is amazing, yeah? Thank you. We're so excited. Okay, and lastly, we would like to thank the piano gal for playing for us and acting up for opening for us. Good job, that was delightful. Okay, Kate, so just a few house rules as we start. Okay, so first thing is that on your program, you guys can take notes. The main theme here that we're hoping to portray is just inspiration. We're trying to inspire through these wonderful speakers to help create a better digital world. And the best way that I found that we can do that is by taking notes, remembering the amazing ahas that we're getting. We're going to write them down and then act on them after. That's the key. Okay, so on the back you can write them down. Yeah, that's basically that. And then also we will not be going through a bio for each speaker, so if you want to learn more about each speaker, just refer to your programs and that will be there.
In fact, please do that because the people presenting are incredible. And also what we encourage is talk to each other. You're sitting next to amazing people. If you don't know the person at the table next to you, talk to them. If you've never heard that phrase, stranger is just a friend in disguise.
In fact, nudge your neighbor and say, go ahead. Okay. Say hi, I'm glad you're here today. Yeah, that's awesome. Because we're so glad.
Guys, I just have a question now. Did you say hi, how are you doing today to someone you already know? Did you? Okay, we're gonna do that one more time. All right, are you with me? Are you with me? Are you with me? Okay, here's what we're gonna do. Say hi, how are you, to someone that you don't know. Guys, look at all these friendships being born.
Okay, so you guys, this is huge. This is huge. So we are going to talk to you guys today about social media and technology and how we can use it to better this world. So step one is we are going to ask you guys to take pictures, tweet about it, post on Facebook, post on Instagram, post on Snapchat, and use our hashtag right here. Hashtag #UseTech4Good with the number 4. Okay, and there will be a special prize for those of you who do so.
We also want to talk just briefly about DigCit Summit. This is an international event. It's also going to be live streamed. Oh yeah, it is Marialis. Thanks to Marialis. I didn't know this till just recently. There's different DigCerts being held all around the world, and we're lucky enough to be able to be at one right now today. Can we get a round of applause for?
Hi, my name is Karen D. I'm 11 years old, and I'm the Chief Kid Officer of DigCit Kids. Digital citizenship is for kids by kids. We promote all the awesome stuff kids are doing on and offline. I'm excited to present DigCit Kids today with you and represent student voice and student choice at the summit today. Today I'll share how my digital citizenship journey began. I'm a connected learner in an unconnected classroom. I wish my classroom was a mobile learning classroom, but I'm in a traditional classroom, so I have to take my story on the road and share why I believe all students need to learn about the world with the world. How did I become a connected learner? It all began in a college classroom when I was a toddler and my mom was a professor. When I was in the 1st grade, while the Tweet Her Around the World project was happening, that one tweet traveled around the world in 24 hours and was the best geography lesson ever. Since the 1st grade, I've been a connected learner outside of school. I'm a student ambassador for EdTech companies. I've spoken at 2 TEDx youth events, and I've moderated dozens of Twitter chats. I've joined Skype-a-thon, and I've spoken in the UK, Twitter headquarters in Nigeria, in Mexico, and at ISTE in front of over 2,000 educators. When I was in the 3rd grade, I gave my first TEDx youth talk. At the event, I noticed that all the speakers were either high school students or adults, and that I was the only elementary student speaking. My idea worth spreading that day was just the beginning of DigCit Kids. At the age of 9, I became the Chief Kid Officer of DigCit Kids. How can you become a DigCit Kid? Share a voice with the world, solve problems and create solutions, and empower other kids because our online and offline actions can travel around the world and help other kids. DigCit Kids can happen at school and at home. Don't ask us to memorize something we can Google because we need to learn about the world with the world. We need to publish our work, not fill in worksheets that we pass into our teachers. What are the benefits of global education? We learn the heart of being human and that we are more alike than different. We get to experience empathy and humanity when we learn together. Be more like students in Miss Jones' class in Scotland on St. Andrew's Day. Her students sang us the Flower of Scotland during the Skype-a-thon. How would we have ever known about the Scottish holiday if we didn't join the Skype-a-thon? This is what learning should look in every classroom every single day. How would you answer this question? How are you using technology every day to make a real difference? Are you providing connected learning opportunities for your students? How do you bring global education into your classroom for your students to experience it? Be a DigCit Kid who makes a positive impact because all of our choices have an impact, and it is up to us to decide if the impact will be positive or negative. Be a DigCit Kid.
My name is Prince, and here with me is my brother.
Hi everyone, my name is Goodluck.
We both were at the last DigCit Summit held here in Nigeria, and to tell you, it was amazing. We met lots of amazing people. There were lots of people there to lecture us on how to become a good digital citizen, among which we met the founder of Digital Citizenship Institution, Mrs. Mayalis. Mrs. Mayalis lectured us on how we can become a good digital citizen, and she also introduced us to a platform called the Global Read Aloud.
The Global Read Aloud is a platform which enables you to break down classroom walls and connect with other classes. Thanks to this book gifted to us by Ms. Mayalis titled The Wild Robot, we're able to break down classroom walls and connect with other classes to participate in the Global Read Aloud. Our experience so far with the Global Read Aloud has been amazing. Thank you.
Be a Digit Kid like Prince and Good Luck in Nigeria, who are leading Digit Kids Nigeria. Be that kind of kid who changes the world instead of complaining, the kind of person who solves problems instead of creating them. Take the Digit Kids pledge. How are you using technology every day to make a real difference for your community, other kids, and around the world? Because we need a global army of students modeling tech for good. Instead of talking about the importance of empathy, ask your students to experience it by doing it. Thank you.
Hi, my name's Lexi and I'm 15 years old and I use technology to help surprise my friends. On my Instagram page I do this thing called a friend shout out Friday. It's super original, I know. But my friends, whenever they're feeling down or feel like they should just be recognized for who they are, I take a couple pictures that I love about them or some videos that I find really funny and that make me smile and it's great memories, and I write a cute little story about them and I write about what I love about them and how they've affected so many other people's lives, and basically tell about how much of an amazing person they are, and I don't deserve to know them because they're amazing. I don't really post on Fridays, even though it's a friend shout out Friday thing. I get too excited and I post them in the middle of the week or Monday. But my friends have all told me when they comment and they tell me things, they're like, that really made my day or that made my week. Or my friend Sasha, she was upset one day and she was like, that literally made me cry from happiness. And I was like, that's not the point, but okay, don't cry. it was kind of like an idea where I've felt before when it was like you don't feel like you're appreciated and you feel like you're just trying to like do your best but nobody really recognizes it, and I didn't want my friends to feel that way ever. And so I was like, hey, I can start off with my friend Dale, and it kind of just became like a snowball of just I have a list of people who I want to hit, and it's a really great thing for me to write about these things, because when I'm thinking about them, I'm like, remember that time when so-and-so said this and it made my day, and it was just a really fun thing to do for people, and it makes me feel good, it makes other people feel good, and it makes people who are commenting be like, yes, they're amazing, everybody should know about it. And yeah, so that's that.
For the past year and a half, I've been a leader of a group of girls who every week we get to do a service opportunity or we just get to bond more. And there was a time where I was completely out of ideas, especially for service projects, because I mean, I can think about a million different ways to spend time with them, but I couldn't think of any ways to do service. And so I started thinking about what to do, and then I decided to go online and see if I could find anything. And I came across a website called justserve.org, made by the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, where you can put in your zip code, and what comes up is tons and tons and tons of different opportunities to serve. And so I did that, and it came up with 97 opportunities in my community within a 5-mile radius for me to serve. And so I went through those, and in 20 minutes I found something perfect for my group. And it was a service opportunity to find old shoes and collect them, and then someone would come pick them up and they would be shipped to Africa to help people in Burkina Faso. And so I decided to do this, and the first week we handed out flyers, which was just easy, so fast, and then the second week, in an hour, we picked up 400 pairs of shoes. This was so incredible, and she came, picked them up, and in the spring they'll all be sent to Burkina Faso. And the reason why I share this is because 400 pairs of shoes, it's not a whole lot, but it's something. And in only 2 hours we found, and we did so much. And so I just want to say that when you use tech and when you use it to serve, there's so many opportunities, and you don't have to give so much time. You don't even have to have a skill in anything. We just had to collect. We just had to have a smile on our face and collect shoes, and that's what we did. And so I just want to say that Tech for Good, using Tech for Good is so easy. You just have to do it. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Eliza. I am 16 years old, and I run an LDS inspiration account, just like every other Mormon girl out there. I guess when it comes down to it, though, it's more beneficial for me than anybody else. Every time that I take the time to write up a post and like make an edit with a photo I've taken and put on some quote or line from a hymn, or other things like that. I don't know if people even stop and read it, but it benefits me because I take the time to actually like stop and think. I think we like relate technology to the fast-paced world we live in now, but when we stop and like, we can use it for so many other things when we just take the time and stop and I guess appreciate it. Yeah, I think also though, with the account I have, it helps me use my own Instagram account. It helps me think about what I'm posting, if what I'm saying to the world is actually helping anyone, if it is being like, is it pointless, is it really just another thing on someone's feed, or is there something that someone would have an added smile because of. Like I said before, like it'll be pictures I'll take, and then it's like, so it'll be like scriptural quotes or quotes from famous people, or oftentimes like my favorite authors and like artists and such who have sometimes the most powerful quotes. Instagram and the world of social media, there's so much like with technology that you can use, because on the phones, like they have the Overdrive app, which is like my favorite. So it's the library's app where you can get like library books for free, because it's it's the library. But you can like get them on your phone, and so like it automatically returns them, and so you can read them wherever you are, whenever you want to. And so it's even though you're on your phone and you're technically like, I'm on my phone, which I probably shouldn't be, you can do these like really great things, and you still have these like uplifting, good, beneficial knowledge building things. Yeah, it's exciting. There's nothing truly more artistic than loving people, and it's like the cutest thing, because for me, I've taken like a really big theme on my Instagram, like of like kindness, because, and I think you can spread like kindness. You can like text someone and like tell them you love them. You can do so many things just to spread kindness and focus on kindness. So, yeah.
She's talking about how she does a shout out for her friends. And that is like why we're here, because it starts with us and we're the seeds, and then it just kind of snowballs, and we just create this amazing movement.
Also, isn't Grace incredible? Just the way that she speaks is I know at the beginning we thanked you for coming, and sometimes it feels like cliche or try like thanks so much. But honestly, thank you so much for being here. Do you feel the presence that's in this room? Do you feel that? The energy that's here, right? I'm like sitting in the corner, like low-key tearing up, because I'm like, this is so beautiful.
We're like holding hands.
Yeah,
like,
I'm
so beautiful.
But I just feel like we look on the news and we turn on and we read so many things that are happening in the world. And then people come up and they're sharing, and little Curran is here and he's like, I'm an elementary school student and I'm a boss. And look at all the things that I've done. And I'm like, what have I done with my life? But at the same time, I'm like, thank you.
That's what you've done with your
life. Thank you, Curran. Thank you for that. Owen, thank you. Thank you all. You'll see more. This is only round one, and wasn't that already incredible? So, I'm blown away. We also wanted to say hello to Sarah. She's performing for us again. Did you guys hear the amazing music, the prelude music? Incredible.
She's going to be talking about using tech for fun. Kind of a fun twist. So she's going to play a few songs, and then we're going to do some giveaways.
So when she says that I use tech for fun, so I have a YouTube channel and I put music videos on there and various other things, but my goal for that is to inspire other people and just put a smile on their face every day when they watch my videos. I put up wholesome stuff so anybody can watch it, and one of the cool things that I can do is I can play backwards, and I think it was 2 years ago, I went out to Japan to perform backwards, and yeah, so I'm going to play a song. It's called Yankee Doodle Boy, and I'm going to play a little bit of it backwards for you. So yeah, I hope you like it.
someone, and when you need helping out, there can only be one plan. Be the sunlight on a gloomy day, and be the hero that chases fears away. One little act could do so much.
Youth Standard can be anyone as long as you are kind and have the passion to engage and to educate other people.
Hi, I'm Macy from Public Relations and Marketing from the Upstander brand. The Upstander is someone who makes the morally right decision in a time of crisis or conflict, which basically means that you're choosing the right thing to do no matter what's happening around you. We use it in the classroom by spreading it around our school just to be kinder people to everyone, and we relate it to ditch sick kids, and we just say that if you're nice in person, why shouldn't you be nice online? We relate this to our schoolwork by we watch some TED Talks and then we annotate and we write essays and things about certain people or certain issues that we find important.
Hi, I'm Owen and I'm in the operations department of the Upstander brand. We're reaching out to businesses of all sizes in our community by writing emails, letters, and just talking to them and trying to get grants in order to extend our company and really show the world what it means to be an Upstander.
Well, Starbucks inspires Upstander because it's a company bigger than us that's using the same word that we use, which is Upstander, and it's just cool to have people that are bigger than you, like trying to do the same thing as you, which is just like trying to be nice to everyone. And we're trying to get in contact with them so we can like be highlighted, like as also using the word Upstander. Well, the Starbucks has videos that people that work at Starbucks have created about being an Upstander and how people are being Upstanders at Starbucks, and just people around the world that are Upstanders, and maybe we could create one of those videos to be highlighted.
Hi, my name's Abby and I'm an 8th grade operations department manager. We divide the Upstander brand into departments so that we can accomplish tasks faster with the different departments working together on certain tasks. So like PR handles all the posts and it just works a lot better and it's more efficient.
Operations is kind of like the managers of the class, and we just make sure that everyone's doing what they're supposed to be doing and make sure everything's running smoothly.
So for us and our customers. We project budgets of how much the products will cost and how much we're going to sell.
Our job is to make sure everything that's being bought gets put into our class wallet account and is taken care of properly.
In research and development, we try to find companies to partner with and grants to help the Upstander brand get more money.
We also research Upstanders and we look for grants that we can participate in.
We develop ideas in which can help our brand grow more.
We are cutting stickers to give them to the hurricane relief people.
We have 3 different sticker designs. We have a geometric design, as you can see right here. We have a kind design and we have a floral design.
I am building a photogram to go on our social media so that we can advertise our products.
Hi, my name is Jordan and I'm from the budget and finance department. The light, because an Upstander is a person that lights up a person's day when they're feeling down and they're feeling lonesome.
Hi, my name is Jordan Sutton and I'm part of the engineering department. It needs an engineering department because we can make things online to symbolize and show products that we can't buy somewhere else or make handmade.
Oh, 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 let's spread some kindness. Oh, 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 it unites us. When you're feeling down, just take a look around. Think of all the ways that kindness can be found. Oh, 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 let's spread some kindness. Oh, 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 now let's rewind this. We're the
upstanding brand and we got something to say. You know you gotta spread kindness each and every day. Being a bully isn't really that cool, so you gotta be nice to everybody at school. Oh, 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 let's spread some kindness. Oh, 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 it unites us.
Nice to see so many friendly faces. This has been an awesome event. I'm just thrilled to be a part of it. So let's tell you a little bit about me really fast. I know you want to hear about the program I'm with, but just a little bit of background about me. My name is Alex Schneider. I'm from Sandy, Utah. I'm 18 years old. And last year I was attending Jordan High School and just finishing up my senior year. And this year I'm a freshman up at Utah State, so go Aggies. Yeah. Made a long trip from Logan to be here. I'm a music major up there, so I'm blown away by the musical performances here. And I'm super excited to hear this next group going on after me. But let me tell you about the program I'm involved with. So I'm with this group under the Opportunities Foundation, known as Eagle Eyes. And so what we do is we take this new technology we developed where we use different brain signals and stuff to allow different people or students to control and interact with the computer. Originally it just started as kind of like a fun research experiment project, but quickly the potential was realized, and so now it's grown and developed into this program where we attach these electrodes and sensors to students who are typically quadriplegic and not able to communicate and interact using any of their limbs or their speaking. But thanks to this new technology, they're able to use their mind and their eyes to interact with the computer and provide an input to the outside world that they weren't able to before. So I got involved with the program in Jordan Heights for my leadership team. I started out as one of the regular volunteers. This program seemed exciting, so I wanted to become more involved. And as time went on, I spent more and more time with the program, and I fell in love with a couple of the students there. One who I worked with very closely is named Tammy. She's a wonderful little girl. I believe she's around high school age just now, maybe middle school age. But she suffers from a disease that keeps her confined to a wheelchair and unable to interact. And so I just want to tell you a little bit about the experience I've had with her personally. So it started out with me just going and becoming a regular student, or interacting with these students one-on-one, and then slowly introducing the technology. And then as they became comfortable with it and I understood how it worked, we would run them through a couple of different programs. At first it was just Microsoft Paint and things like that, and then eventually we moved on to different brain games and math games to help them get some brain activity going. But what's really exciting about this is through all of the different activities that we were able to interact with and learn and grow with each other with, you start to see a change in these students, and try not to be super emotional here. But what I saw is a girl, who was not able to interact and express herself. She would not acknowledge you when you walked in the room. She started developing intentional movement, and when you walk in the room, she smiles, and she lights up, and she's emotive and expressive, and I truly believe that through the program that I've been a part of, these students are able to learn and reach out to their community and their fellow peers, which is something they've never been able to do before. So it's been a wonderful opportunity, and if you guys are more interested, my group leader, Debbie Ingley, who is an amazing woman, she has flyers she can hand out with more information about the program. That's about it. If you have any questions, you can track us down and support the Opportunities Foundation. Yeah, thank you.
Hi, my name is Marla, and this is my sister Mary, and we are trying to use tech for good by using Instagram and YouTube to put our music on and hopefully be a good influence. So this is a song that we wrote, so I'm just going to play it out for you.
Hi, my name is Mary and I'm 13 years old. At my school last year, near the end of the year, we had a teacher that quit 2 months before school ended. So we had a sub in that class for 2 months. And a lot of the time the sub would play movies or she'd just say, oh, play on your phones, I don't care. I didn't have a smartphone at that time, I don't now. And I didn't feel disconnected with my friends. I saw them every day and that was enough. But every day in this class, I would go to a website called khanacademy.org, and Khan Academy teaches you math. And I did that every single day in that class, and I learned so much math. I was in 7th grade, and I finished all of 8th grade math in that class. And I believe that technology can be used for good, but it doesn't have to constantly be in your pocket to be able to do that. I learned so much from a website in this class. It was time that might have been wasted, and I was able to learn something instead of wasting time on a phone.
So good. I'm just so inspired. That was just incredible. All of the above. Also, that was Mary and Marla's first time that they'd ever performed using microphones. I just think my jaw's gonna be dropped the whole night. It just stays down. I don't even have words. I'm just like amazed. So God.
Wow, amazing. Okay, so we're gonna call up round 3 if your name is.
So far I've gathered that this is not a poetry slam, so bear with me. Also, in this poem, I'm going to point to my mom. She's right there. That's why I'm pointing to this photographer, because she's my mom. Okay. I'm in a bit of a unique situation. I didn't get all this till after patiently waiting. In high school I didn't have an Android or iPhone. But don't worry, Mom, that never once made me feel alone. In fact, it was good to wait, I think. There was no Instagram to keep me from the dishes in the sink. No girls on Snapchat to send me saucy winks. Now I've got the laptop, the phone, and more, but I'm the one deciding what it's all for. If I have an app and I don't like to use it, I wait a couple days and then I just boot it. I do my best to not spend a lot of time on social media. It's a lot more likely you'll see me searching Wikipedia. I try to always have a purpose. My time's much more than worthless. My phone's not a toy, it's a gun. It's a tool more than just for fun. I pull it out and cock it. When I'm done, I just lock it. For example, my friend asks me, this was the other note I was supposed to make. That right there is John Linford, he does magic. For example, my friend asks me, who's that guy who can turn a sock into a bird? I tell him, I'm pretty sure his name is John Linford. You sure? I pull out my phone and search him on the Instagram. Argument settled, it's him, bam. I can do so much I couldn't do before. You want an example? I'll give you 4. I can record my voice when I have to give speeches, then listen to the playback so I know how far my voice reaches. Number 2, let's say you don't get why everyone loves Hamilton. Why does everyone keep saying there's a million things I haven't done? You just get on your phone and look up the lyrics, and then you're just so glad that you got to hear it. Number 3, let's say we're at the pool chilling and grilling with the guys. A song comes on with the totally wrong vibes. You just make a few taps on your waterproof watch and the music stops, or the volume goes straight to the top. Number 4, you're still young but afraid of back problems because sometimes they're genetic. And you don't want to carry the books on the top of your head because it ruins your aesthetic. There's an app for that. There's an app that can hold all your books and sort them alphabetic. It's great, it's like I'm in these books, this app is so magnetic. It's like I'm with them. It's like I'm there with them. With Frodo I'm sympathetic. Well, that's my poem, or maybe rap. I wrote it all alone, but it only took me 20 minutes though, because I had my iPhone.
My brother was really into juggling, and it's really hard to teach, so I just kind of looked up YouTube videos, and I learned different tricks through that, and eventually I learned how to teach juggling. So I started a circus club at my school where I can teach juggling and unicycling, one of my 2 favorite things to do, and it's been really fun. Juggling is really great because it gives you something to do, and really with the internet nowadays you can just look up anything and learn how to do it. And you can get to a professional level, which is amazing. And juggling is a great way for me to like relieve stress and just take a break from homework. This past summer, I started doing math on Khan Academy. I started from kindergarten, and I went to 10th grade math, I'm a sophomore right now, so that's good for me. And it was really fun, and now I'm in my math class, and it's so easy for me. So that's how I use technology to get ahead in school. You can see all these amazing people who are so passionate about this, and it's something I love, seeing all these people who they obviously put in the time and effort to get really good at this, and they want to share it with the world, and that's how I feel about juggling, and really that's how we should all feel about everything we do.
My name is John Linford. Thank you, Hans, for the shout out. I don't have a slide because I actually submitted a video. I wasn't supposed to be here until about an hour ago when I was, so here I am. Yes, my name is John Linford. I'm 18 and I'm a freshman at BYU, so go Cougs, whoever said go Aggies.
Yeah, go Cougs! Yeah, Cougs!
And I was actually asked to share two stories. One was of my scouting experience, and the second is, yes, Hans, of my magic. So the first one is I am an Eagle Scout, and my Eagle project was a little bit abnormal in the way that I didn't paint a bench or do something super cool like the wood carving guy, but I instead did something very akin to the Cyber Seniors project, which you're going to hear about in just a sec. And basically it's teaching seniors how to use technology. And so I did that. I organized a series of different instruction periods, about 2 hours each. And I taught them basic things. Data acquisition and storage. I taught the Google platforms, so Gmail, Google Docs, Google Slides, web interfacing, so video conferencing, things like that. And it was a really, really awesome experience for a couple of reasons. One, I got to teach, and I love teaching, I love interacting, I love helping people. But more than that, I was really exposed to what I thought was going to be just, oh yeah, here you go, here's a review of all of your computer stuff, and that's that, I got my Eagle. I realized that I was actually helping to fulfill a very, very important need. Most of the people, I would do something what I thought was super basic, like, oh yeah, so you just go to settings over here on Chrome, and instantly 3 hands went up, and they said, how'd you get there? I was like, well, it's just the settings. And I had to slow down a lot more, I had to do a lot more to be more deliberate with my technology and the way that I was teaching. One other thing that I taught was family history, which I thought was a really, really important use of technology, using tech for good, because we have an entire segment of the population that if we don't get their stories now, then they'll be gone. And so using technology for good to help them get their own stories online, I thought was very beneficial for me personally. It was very beneficial for me, but more importantly for them. The second is I am a professional magician here in Utah. I do gigs, I do birthday parties, I do group dates, family meeting activities, basically whatever someone will hire me for. But it's only possible because of the technology that I've had access to. So like anyone does, I started out on YouTube and just learned a couple tricks. And from there I went to other places such as illusionist.com, Murphy's Magic, all these places that are available for magicians. And it really helped me grow my skill. And then by using Instagram and my website that I built and email, I've been able to connect with other people around Utah who do magic. I've been able to connect with clients around Utah and also magicians around the world as I've shared ideas and used tech for good in that way, in sharing my ideas and sharing my joy and my love for magic with everyone around me. And that's how I use tech for good.
Alright, hello you guys. My name is Bethany, and like John was saying, I helped run the Cyber Senior programs in Utah. So by show of hands, how many of you have ever helped a grandparent text, call someone, send an email, turn on the computer? Alright, yeah, we see some good hands. So all of the people that were raising their hands, come volunteer for Cyber Seniors because Cyber Seniors takes digital natives like you who are experts in social media and in technology, and has them teach older adults. So you get partnered up with an older adult and you teach them how to connect. This program was started in Canada, where two sisters noticed that their grandma was really lonely. She was living at a senior living facility, and they noticed that she just didn't really have a lot of visitors. And so they taught her how to use Facebook. And at first they were a little uncomfortable with their grandma liking their posts or posting on their pictures. But then they realized that Facebook had allowed their grandma to kind of connect because she was so isolated in the senior home where she was living. So with Cyber Seniors, the idea is to allow older adults to learn from youth who are experts. You guys are experts in digital technology, and kind of be the bridge between generations. So you'll hear a little bit more from Rachel and the video that my brother made, but thank you all so much for having us. Hi, I'm Rachel, and everyone there knows me as Rach, but my real name's Rachel. So I was a part of Cyber Seniors, and it basically started with my mom. My mom told me about this great opportunity to go down to Provo. It was like once a week, and we just helped these older adults learn about technology and how to use it. And when my mom was telling me about it, the first excuse that I gave her was, I don't know how to use technology because I don't have social media and I don't have a smartphone and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, and it just kind of went on. And my mom was like, Rachel, just do it. So I went and I did it. And as soon as I walked in that room, I realized that I'm sitting in a room full of people who have not grown up with technology like I have. It didn't matter that I had a limited knowledge of technology because they had no knowledge of technology. And so all of a sudden, I was an expert without having a smartphone and without being on a phone all day, every day. So basically the point I want to make is that you don't have to be an expert to be good at it and to be able to teach it. And it's a big deal to be able to use technology in this way because all of a sudden, I mean, this world is just zooming up exponentially in terms of technology. This is the way we're going to communicate for the rest of our lives. So we need to be able to learn how to use it for good now so that later we already have that habit set, and it starts with us. Thank you.
In our world, we have one of the largest generational gaps in all history. As advances in technology have grown, so has the digital divide between the older and younger generations.
My name is Lanny Wiley. I just turned 73 the other day. I've liked the attitude of everybody. They're smiley and very friendly and helpful. I wanted to get doing my genealogy better, and we learned Skype today.
My name is Rachel. I like the fact that we get to interact with people that are not people that we normally get to interact with. I mean, obviously, most kids have grandparents, and they get to talk with them and be with them, but this is a different situation where we don't actually know them, but we get to teach them, so it's fun.
My name is Ana Diaz. Oh, when they told me, put this finger, and I put the other, put your finger. It's good for us. Remember, we are senior, and sometimes we lost many things, and this helped to remember. Like me, that I worked for 30 years in the government, but when I retirement, I don't work no more with the computers, and I forget now. I am learning again like a little girl.
Cyber Seniors is one of the programs attempting to bridge that gap. At Cyber Seniors, youth mentors are partnered with seniors to teach them about digital literacy. Anything from turning on a computer to gaining followers on a YouTube account.
My name is Becca. I've loved that we've just been able to find friends and people you wouldn't ever meet otherwise.
The seniors get to decide what they would like to learn, and the youth use the knowledge they have gained by growing up in the 21st century. This atmosphere is one of friendship between seniors and youth, which allows successful learning to take place. Working together as friends and mentors, these seniors and youth are bridging the digital and generational divide.
I really liked getting to know the seniors. Having the youth teach the seniors, it builds that relationship and bridges that generation gap.
My name is Adam Lamont. I don't know, I've had a lot of great experiences. I love getting to know the senior citizens.
Have tons of food.
I always laugh when people applaud first because I'm like, you don't even know if it was good. But I guess the applause is just like, way to be brave enough to do that.
Sometimes I want to give up the weight of expectations crashing in, and I don't know where to turn. I feel I've done everything that I can. They can say what they want, they don't define me. They can say what they want. I'll keep fighting. Yeah, I'll keep fighting. And I will keep my head up high. And I'll keep fighting. Yeah, I'll keep fighting. And I will rise again.
like 2 days ago. So this is my first time performing. But we're basically like family, right? So if I make a mistake, I'm like, well, you guys still love me. Okay, this song, okay. Guys, this is, I really haven't performed this, so I'm actually very excited. Okay, this is a song called Rebuild. Years I shouldn't be crying still when you moved on to another woman to satisfy your thrills. And I know I'll find somebody new, but I haven't met someone yet who fascinates me like you do. 'Cause you came just like a raging fire. You burn this house down. It's taken me some time to rebuild. Yeah, you came just like a wildfire. Consume me completely. It's taken me some time to rebuild. There's so many things I wish I'd done or said, and they haunt me so deeply when I close my eyes to sleep in bed. I'm trying to have the world, but I haven't met somebody yet who jumps higher than the bar you set. You came just like a raging fire. You burn this house down. It's taken me some time to rebuild. Yeah, you came just like a wildfire. Consume me completely. It's taken me some time to rebuild. Ooh, ooh, ooh. It's taken me some time. Ooh, it's taken me some time to rebuild. And I know that we were never meant to be, but I must thank you for the experience and the woman that it made me. You need to know how beautiful you are. Not just your face, not just your body, but your mind, oh your soul. You came just like a raging fire. You burn this house down. It's taken me some time to rebuild. Yeah, you came just like a wildfire. Consume me completely. It's taken me some time to rebuild. Thanks. Okay, well, the last song I'm going to play is a song that I auditioned with for American Idol. Guys, and I was just gonna like go straight into it, but I'm like, maybe we'll tell a little story. So,
The decision to audition was kind of a last minute thing. They were like very personal and persistent and reached out to me. And originally I was like, TV's not my jam. Like, I sing my own songs and know what I'm good at. I don't know how good I'd be singing other people's songs. Plus having to survive in like this very structured environment that's run by someone else, I was like, not sure how well I do. But after they did like this Skype audition with me, they're like, come to Philly. And I was like, all right. At the time I was living in New York City. It's like a 2-hour bus ride. I was like, never had a Philly cheese in Philly, I'll go. So I went, and I didn't have any sleep the night before because I worked really late. I had to wake up to catch the bus at like 4 a.m. in the city. And so I like just was like, I'll get some shut eye on the bus, but somehow I ended up sitting next to a person who's chattier than I am. And I was like, how's that possible? And so I did not get any sleep, and I show up, and I'm like, wait, this is a long story. Is that okay? I'm kind of giving the, okay, I'm giving the long, okay. We'll get you out of here, but I'm just, okay. So I show up, and I like have my little guitar in the back, my back, because I'm like, okay, I'm gonna sing one of my own songs. It'll be fun, it'll be this fun experience. And then right before I go in, they're like, actually you can't. Actually, we need you to sing a song from this list. And I was like, I'm screwed. And so I was like, okay, cool, can I like leave the guitar here? And they're like, no, bring it in. And I was like, great. So like, I don't know if you guys have seen the audition. If you haven't, you're not missing out, honestly. It was like one of the most embarrassing experiences of my life. And then it was nationally televised. And I was like, I can get through anything after that. So I like walk in with my guitar. And it's all confusing. I'm like not wearing any makeup and whatever. And I decide to play this song. Here's another fun anecdote. So I'll play It's Radioactive by Imagine Dragons. And you guys feel free to sing along. And they actually started playing here in Provo, Utah. And so they were friends of mine as well. I like have played shows with them before. They're good people. And I'm still in my family's basement, and they're like winning Grammys. I'm like, it's fine. It all, you know, timing's everything. Timing is everything. So anyway, what this has to do with technology is this. So after my audition aired, and like I said, no sleep, and already people think I'm on drugs because I have this thing called ADHD, so they're like, she's not normal, like she must like be on something. I'm like, it's just life, I'm just on life, and it's great. And so after the audition aired, my little siblings were like reading comments that were coming in on like Twitter and all of these things, and like all of these people were making such mean comments where they're like, she's on drugs. And I was like, I've never even taken drugs. Like at first I was like, that's so funny, until it was like everyone was saying the same thing. I'm like, that's so mean. And just all of these comments, and from that I just learned, I'm like, okay, rad. When Michelle, which we already gave Michelle a shout out, and she's like, hey Jen, would you be interested in this event about using technology for good? I was like, please, yes, please. Because I decided at that point when I had this like other microphone and people were coming, I was like, I want to be very deliberate in the way that I use social media to help people feel good, to be nice, to create this safe space. I decided not to read comments. I was like, well, never reading those. Because people would say things like, hey, your voice is squeaky. I was like, I'm already self-conscious about that. You didn't have to go out there and say it, okay? And so just other things like that. And so this evening, I just want to say thank you to you for being part of that positive impact in the world and making a change. And every small thing matters, and every kind comment that you post can make the world of a difference to somebody. So thank you. Tonight is about celebrating you and the good people that you are. Thank you for coming. And the song is called Radioactive. Oh yeah. Waking up to ash and dust, I wipe my brow and I sweat my rust, breathing in the chemicals. Can I get a breath? Hey, shaping up, checking out, then checking out of the prison bus. This is it, the apocalypse. I'm waking
to the new age. Raise my flag, then don my clothes. It's a revolution, I suppose. When painted red to fit right in. Oh, we're shaping up, checking out, then checking out of the prison bus. This is it, the apocalypse. Sing it with me. I'm waking up. I feel it in my bones enough to make my system go. Welcome to the new age, to the new age. Welcome to the new age, to the new age. I'm radioactive, radioactive. Radioactive, radioactive, oh, systems go. The sun hasn't died. Deep in my bones, straight to inside, I'm waking up. I feel it in my bones enough to make my system go. Welcome to the new age, to the new age. Welcome to the new age, to the new age. I'm radioactive, radioactive. Radioactive, radioactive.
All right. So that's gonna be really hard to follow. I'm not gonna lie. That little mini concert was amazing. Can we just give Jen another round of applause? So my name is Idol Finalist. I am a former student at Vanderbilt High School, which is located in upstate New York. So me and my teacher traveled a little bit away from home, but we came here and it's totally worth it. So glad we can make it. So basically what I'm here to talk about is we had this magnificent summit at our very own high school, which was amazing. And basically to give a little bit of a background, in my sophomore year of high school, I met my magnificent high school teacher, who if you haven't met yet, please make your way over to her, Rachel Murat. She's so well versed in this subject. She's awesome. So I met her and I was in my world history class, which I was not super interested in the beginning, but we learned that it was a flipped classroom, which is virtually paperless. And if you're in a college setting, that's a little bit more normal, but for high school, not necessarily. And at first, our class was very nervous, and it was new, and we were navigating all these new platforms, but within a very limited amount of time, we realized this is so, so cool. That we could Skype other classrooms, we could reach out of the four walls, and that was our slogan throughout the whole time, was there's so much more than the four walls of our high school. So following that, I was making my class schedule in her class, and she basically one day took the pencil out of my hand and said, "You're taking my digital citizenship class." And going into that, I was like, okay, I know what those two words mean by themselves, but together, I'm not totally sure. So as time went on, I learned about it and learned about technology, and I had a smartphone. I was a little bit of a late bloomer with it, but I got my iPhone. And I realized that positive outreach in your community and the people around you globally is amazing. And that's where we started. So in our class at Digital Citizenship and everything that we did, we realized that there are these summits where you can do this and physically be with people, but also virtually be with people. And that was the most magnificent thing. We're actually live streaming this right now, which is even cooler. So we had our own summit, and it consisted of breakout sessions and small TED talks, which I and another former student of mine who was not able to make it had formed speeches and talked about what we're most passionate about with technology. I talked a little bit about public outreach in your community and how one click of the button and just what's in your very own pocket could reach thousands and thousands of people. And he talked about branding and how he wrote his own book at the age of 15, 16, so it's super duper neat. And he did that with technology, and he did that using everything around him and his resources, which was just his cell phone. As well, we also did Positively Social, which is a little bit of a shameless plug. Tomorrow you should come. It's the Microsoft Crystal Creek, Salt Lake City. Is it Microsoft Center? City Creek, sorry, City Creek. But definitely should come check that out. It's also on YouTube if you're unable to make it. It's 12 minutes long. Look up Positively Social documentary. So cool to make. So that was with all of our students and former students of mine. We all talked about basically what it is to be like in a paperless classroom and how impactful that really can be. So throughout everything, it's been amazing to realize and see that being just this age, you can do so much, and reaching out to your community and taking that grassroots movement and moving up from that and sharing the love. Thank you.
Hello everyone, good evening. My name's Hayden Webb. I'm a senior at Mesa Prep High School in Linden, Utah. I'd just like to thank everyone so far. I've actually been really touched and inspired by thoughts that have been shared so far, and I hope tonight I could just add maybe one or two things to what's already been said. First of all, I'd like to start with a little known fact that it costs exactly $0 to be kind. I like to tell a story. My sophomore year of high school, just 2 years ago, I created an anonymous Twitter account for my school in hopes to make someone happy and foster camaraderie within the senior class, not the student body, sorry. And I accomplished this by sending only positive compliments to various students. These students could have been well-known students or students who may have flown under the radar a little bit, maybe not as well-known, or students that just I thought needed this in their lives. It's a small school, so you get to know everyone. So I started out maybe 1 or 2 tweets when I started this account a day, and these compliments could have been, I was inspired by how creative they were. I wanted to be them because of how determined they were, and I just appreciated these people. And this led to other students and teachers sending me direct messages and asking me to say compliments about students or teachers that they wanted me to talk about, and they sent me things that I should say. And then after that, our high school dean of students started printing out these tweets and putting them on his door, and so other students who didn't have Twitter could read these tweets. Eventually, I was snitched on, and my identity was found, and I was asked, well, why did you do this? What was in it for you? And I just told them, well, why not? Why not be nice to someone? Why not do something good? And that's really all there is to it. And I got all these smiles and all these happy faces for $0. And that's really the purpose of using tech for good. It may be popular in our modern society to maybe use technology for a negative force. It may be easier to do that, but I know for a fact that it's better to use it for good, and I know that it's honestly been so cool for me to use technology for a good force, and it just makes sense to me nice. That's all I have. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Meg, and today I want to talk to you a little bit about my experiences with phones throughout the years. So, before I got a phone, I had my Instagram, I had my Pinterest, I had my iTouch. I was all excited to get an iPhone, but my parents had other ideas, and I ended up with a flip phone. It's got a little keyboard. It's great, yeah? Woo-hoo. So, there there was good things and bad things about that, and at first I was super ashamed about it. I was like, all my friends have these iPhones and smartphones, and what am I doing here with this little junky phone, and everyone's gonna think I'm weird, but eventually I came to appreciate it. And so I had my different tools of technology that I used, and I made sure that technology was working for me. So I had my computer where I'd do my homework and my typing and looking on the internet, and then I would borrow my mom and dad's phones if I needed to take a picture or listen to music, and then I had my phone for calling and texting. That was all great, and I really came to appreciate this phone because it taught me that I don't really need a phone in my life. Like, I can learn to be social and talk to other people without a smartphone. And so I learned that. And it also is great because it's totally unbreakable, unlike a lot of smartphones, they just fall to the ground and crack. I had a nice little brick that never broke, and then I was able to get good sense of direction because I didn't have my maps app, but I now have an iPhone, and so I have learned from both sides of the picture, but what I've learned from my little flip phone is really valuable to me, and what I learned from that is that my phone is a tool, and even though smartphones are really convenient, I actually almost liked my flip phone better because it did not distract me during the day. I didn't spend time on it like I do my iPhone, but at the same time, now that I do have an iPhone, I've learned, like I'm sure a lot of you have, to use my smartphone in order to get jobs done. And it's really nice how everything's conveniently located on smartphones. You have your directions apps, you have your internet, you have photos, you have music. And I think that's so great. I think that smartphones are such a great tool for us to do entertainment, to uplift others through social media and things like that. But also we need to make sure that when we're using them, they are being used as a tool. And so just when we go forward, let's make sure we're using our smartphones to make the world a better place, and we're working with our smartphones to get things done instead of working for them and spending our time on them. Thank you.
My name is Justin Wood, and I'm a 16-year-old junior in high school, and like most teenagers, I like to use technology on my phone and spend a lot of time on it. I like to use technology for good by sending out an inspirational thought each night that I find helpful in my own life that can hopefully be helpful in others' lives as well. I send it to a variety of friends and family members that I'm close with. And I got this idea originally from my cousin, who also used technology for good by doing a very similar thing, and I liked the idea and felt I should do it myself. So this experience, by sending out a text with this inspirational thought, I've been doing it for about 1.5 years, and it's helped me find something positive in my day each evening when I find this, and others have told me that it's helped them as well as they receive a text with something positive and inspirational each night. And in this world where technology can be used for good or bad, it's helped me find a way to use technology in a positive way that's benefited my life and helped me connect with others in a positive way. And I hope that others out there can choose the good that technology offers as well to help the world use technology in a better way.
These better be good last word. Okay, guys. Grace Garn,
Sure, okay. Actually, I just want to say something about our last speaker really quick. His name is Ethan Fawcett, and he is a dear friend of mine. He has a really amazing story, and he wasn't able to be here, but he has a story about how he was addicted to pornography. It's a very sensitive topic, but it is so, so important. So we will have some sort of recording or something, and we will put it up on our website so you guys can hear that, because it is really, really important and amazing. Final words from me. This is something I'm so passionate about, and I'm so, so happy to be involved in a movement that does so much good. I'm so happy to know the youth who have presented, and to know Michelle, Mary Alice, and the these amazing people who are doing amazing things. So if you'd like to stay in contact with me, because I would love to stay connected with you, let's make awesome happen, yeah? Let's make awesome opportunities and create this awesome world. You know, I always say that we are the rising generation, and so many people are wondering why it's important to be involved. And why it's important is because it's going to affect us. I think that all the adults here can say that they wish, if they weren't, that they wish that when they were teenagers, they started letting their voice be heard, because it affects them and their children and their families. And it is so important to step up and say what you believe in and defend it and love it. So if you'd like to be in contact with me, you can find me on Facebook. My name is Grace Garn, G-A-R-N, and my username on Instagram is @myfriendgracie, because I like to be everybody's friend.
Guys, I just bow to Grace's wisdom. Okay, can I ask you to do one last thing? I'm gonna ask you to stand up. And we're gonna say, everyone's gonna chant the same hashtag, use tech for good, right? In case you need to know, a little reminder. All right, is everyone up? I literally want everyone up. All right, guys, what a great crowd. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3. Use tech for good. Amazing. So something that's so beautiful about technology, and I feel like where sometimes, I was gonna try and use a big word and I'm not even sure if it's the right meaning, but I feel like the disconnect happens when social media isn't used to connect, or technology isn't used to connect. Because really all we want is connection, right? That's why I was like, say hi to someone you don't know, because then you become connected. So just a little admonition that I have is, I'm sure that you were inspired by something tonight. This was such a moving evening with such incredible people doing amazing things. And so I just invite you, the little invitation is to act on those thoughts that came, those ideas, and to give them life, and to go have fun and connect with people and use tech for good. Does that sound like a blast? Thanks for coming. We're going to hear from Acting Up, and then be safe.
And one more friendly reminder, if you brought a buddy or you posted on the internet with our hashtag, there is a special surprise waiting at that table out there for you on your way home. Okay.
There are refugees among us who are not from foreign shores, and the battles they've been waging are from very private wars, and there are no correspondents documenting all their grief, but these refugees among us all are yearning for relief. There are refugees among us, they don't carry flags or signs, they are standing
all